We're going to create a band set here with some 0.5 latex. We're going to cut it 18 times 12. Look at my guide to make sure it's set right. I normally use 18 by 12 for target shooting. Sometimes if I'm using 0.4 latex, I'll actually use 20 by 12. Here I'm going to use clamps to hold down the latex because it's just easier than using my fingers. Holds it more secure, especially if you're using really thin stuff like 0.4. Tends to want to slide under that guide. You can get this guide off the Slingshot website. Try and make just a smooth cut here. You notice I flip my latex over so you always keep it square. Once again, making sure I have latex right up against the guide. There's no gaps. Double check it. Ready to make another cut. Okay, I'm going to compare the band set a little bit, make sure both ends are exactly the same. There's no reason they wouldn't be, but I used to cut these by just measuring them on a millimeter ruler, and I guess it's a habit I can't get away from. This is the 12 side here. They're good, and I'm going to check them with the ruler. Once again, this is just duplication of effort. It's probably not necessary, but it just lets me know that I got exactly what I want. There's 18 millimeters. Okay, we're going to pull the latex through the pouch. Basically, you put the paper clip in from the shooter side to the ball side and pull it back through. It's a lot easier than trying to fold it and pull it through. I just use a paper clip and get it through there. Okay, now we're going to make sure that the folds are all equal. They're pointed up here. Gonna go over the other side, do the same thing. This takes a little more effort on this one. Basically, you want one side looking like the other side. And either having them point up or point down, but certainly point in the same direction. I'm going to take my paper clip, which has a mark on it, and check my standout. I usually want it at 11 millimeters, about 7/16. These are actually just a little bit shorter than that. Grab my jig. Okay, now we're going to fold one half over in the other half. Hold it with two fingers, grab my clamps. Not quite happy with this one, so I'm going to adjust it a little more. There we go. Okay, you want about a 1/2 inch stretch here. And you just want a nice thin band to wrap. Nothing sticking out, just a nice thin band. Okay, here's my method for wrapping with crystal string. Don't need very much. Cut myself a couple pieces here. Okay, I'm going to take the string and I'm going to put it up through that hole in the pouch and then down the band, and then I'm going to trap it by doing a wrap on it. Now I can easily not hold on to just one end of the crystal string and not have to hold on to both ends. We're going to wrap it about 8 times here. We're doing actually a wrap and tuck here. So now I'm going to grab a thread which has a loop in it. Get it wrapped an additional 3 times. And after wrapping it 3 times, I'm going to put the end of the crystal string through the loop and pull it through for the tuck portion of the wrap. Since the string is kind of long here. I'm going to shorten it so I have to pull the whole thing through. Just makes it quicker. There we go, that side's done. So we're going to turn around and do the other side. Once again, we're going to fold one flap over on the other, basically one half over on the other half. Make sure they're right on top of each other. Hold that bottom band with your two fingers and clamp it. I put it on the tying jig, about a 1/2 inch stretch. Just get a nice thin stretch here. Take the crystal string, put it through the hole in the pouch, and run it down that band and capture it with a wrap. This frees up one hand so you can easily wrap it. I do about 8 wraps, as I said, and then about 3 additional wraps over the thread. Take that in and put it through the loop. You can't see it here, but it'll show up here in a second. There you go. Pull it through and capture it. Shorten that string once again. Finish pulling it through. Okay, now we're going to just clean up the ends of the band, the tails on it, and the excess crystal string. There goes the tail, and take off those long ends of that crystal string. You can cut them pretty short because they're quite well captured at this point. This should be done. I now compare the top and bottom just to make sure they look identical. Here's the top. Turn it over, see the curvature on the bottom. Okay, at this point, I normally put a right and left on the band. It makes it easy to install it, especially if you're doing a wrap and tuck to your frame. Also put the size on there, this 1812 by 155.5 latex, and I put the date.